Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to the Bricks King podcast, where I'm going to bend your ear about Lego, review those amazing bricks of plastic, and discuss what is new and up and coming around the Lego world. I'm your minifigure host, Matt. Let's build on it. Welcome in, everybody. How are we doing today? I got another interview for you. This time it is Brett Hooper, not Hopper. Yeah, not Hopper. You'll see anyway. Brett, I ran into at Bricks Clean with the Lego show that was going on down there with all the cool mock builders and everything. He built a really amazing mock that is just exquisite. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into what Brett has to offer. And here's Lego Journey. All right, guys. Next interview up here is Brett Hooper. I called him Hopper. Maybe I'm thinking of A Bug's Life or something like that.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, so we're joined by Brett, and he's got a really wicked, kind of cool, very unique. I've never seen this before. In all the shows I've been to, I've not seen this. Very unique. Oh, okay. We'll get to that.
Sure.
Brett, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Let's not jump cart before the horse here. So tell us a little bit about your build that you have over there. I've got the picture and the video I'll post up on Instagram along with this episode, guys, so you'll know what he's talking about.
Sure. So I'm calling this my Jungle Palace. So I am a huge Adventurous fan, Johnny Thunder,
yes!
all the way. So this is basically taking the Scorpion Palace and kind of embellishing it, making it bigger and better.
Yeah.
It's kind of in the jungle. It could be anywhere. It could be India.
Yeah.
It could be South America. It's a made-up fantasy jungle. So.
It has an Indian vibe to it, but with the big Taj Mahal type, whatever those things are called on top of it.
Sure.
But,
so I have two of those onion pieces that are on there that were in the original set. They were only in the Scorpion Palace. And then a little over a year ago, you know Martin Harris, Brick Snaps. I won a contest where I won a Raya set, and that big blue teal dome on there was from that.
Okay.
And so I wanted to be like, I'm going to embellish this palace and use that part. So.
Okay. You've got like a seek and find going on over there with it.
Yeah.
A lot of different things. I've walked by it numerous times today, and I just saw an elder couple over there that was like, oh, this is really cool. Oh, that's really cool. And I just saw a few kids over there as well, trying to find this stuff. I love those. They're so much fun for the community when they come to this stuff. But adventurers, you're a big Adventurers fan. Mm-hmm. So is I. So am I. What? Just like, you know what? I'm going to create this just because nobody else did it, or just because you have a love, or
it was the love for the Adventurers theme and then acquiring those parts. But as far as a mock builder, I build city things to mosaics. So this was something I hadn't done. I wanted to do my own Adventurers type of mock. So that's how this started.
Sure. So you say you've done mosaics. What kind of mosaics have you done? I don't think I've seen any of them. I wasn't at Brick Rodeo. Well, you just moved here. We'll talk about that.
Just moved here. I've done a large greebled mosaic, which is using multiple parts and using just the color of it to make a design. I don't have it with me because I sold it. So that was very nice. Nice commission piece. Yeah.
Any other mosaics you've done? Just like
I've done a Johnny Thunder one, which was at Brick Rodeo.
Oh, I missed it.
I know. It was there. The
other
ones,
still have it?
I still have that one.
Okay.
The other ones have been taken apart and stuff like that.
Parts recycled to build something else the way
new.
It always works.
Yes.
Are you working on anything else in particular at the moment?
It is currently September, so I have a Friendship Timber build that is in the works that will be coming out. So we can watch for that. I don't know. I'm already gearing up. I got to realize that Christmas will be here soon, and I have to start building like Christmas stuff.
Yeah. It's actually like 99, 98 days until Christmas, believe it or not. I know I checked the other day. I worked in an elementary school, so I was like, how many days till Christmas? I'm thinking holiday break, and then also, we're all giant children playing with Legos. So.
Absolutely.
You're just new to the area. We're talking right now. We're in Killeen, which is an hour and a half south of Dallas, roughly southwest of Dallas. you're south of Dallas, just like I'm south of Dallas. Welcome to Texas.
Thanks.
Get out of Oregon, right?
Yeah. I love the Northwest, but we moved here 3 or 4 months ago, and now looking to build community in this part of the world. So
yeah, that works. And you said you're not a part of a lug yet. Maybe you will, maybe you won't.
Sure.
DFW lug is popular. Tex lug is like all over Texas. There's different pockets and factions like in different cities and stuff. So it's kind of crazy. So what do you think of Texas so far?
I love it.
Okay.
More sunshine.
Sure.
That was part of the reason for moving out here. So I'm enjoying that. And then I've recognized people. I'm like, oh, I've been following you on social media.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and now we're friends. So people I'm hanging out with, I hung out with at rodeo, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, it's crazy because, especially in Texas, because Texas is so big, you have so many different conventions, more local to like Dallas or Houston or Austin, but it's still kind of the same people that trickle back and forth. And then you have something like this that's maybe not quite central, but a little more central than Houston or just Dallas or, and then you start meeting people and you're like, you're a real person. You actually have a face.
Yes.
And you start pairing that. But, so let's talk about your Lego journey, because it didn't just start today.
Nope.
It started at, pretty much everybody pops out of the womb and they're like, Lego, let's go.
Absolutely. So I had Lego as a kid, went through my dark ages, but it was 2009, buying a gift for my nephew that I like, ooh, I have money. I can buy something for me. So I bought like a Coast Guard helicopter, and that quickly evolved into trains and buildings, and I started laying out my whole city. I was like, I basically wanted to model build and realized I could do that with Lego.
Okay.
And then it evolved into modifying sets and learning from sets, doing all the modular buildings, realizing, oh, this is how you could do a roof. This is how you do windows and different techniques. Started embellishing them to where I was doing now my own buildings.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how it originally started. Got plugged in with the Portlug group up in Portland. Awesome group of people. Met Boone and Mark and a whole bunch of people out there, and I brought Mark out of his dark ages.
Okay.
Boone was my neighbor, so those guys, I love them. They're my favorites.
Well, and now Boone's a Lego designer.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's pretty
okay,
cool.
you start somewhere, you could end up here. Not that everybody has to or wants to.
No.
So, and then you go through your dark ages. You're now building different stuff, mosaics, agreeable mosaics. You've got your adventurers themed idea that's over there. Where do you want to go next? Some more adventurer stuff? Do you want to completely step outside the box and you're like, you know what? I've never done this before. I'd really like to try this. Like, where are you at?
I'm still sticking with adventurers. It was during the last couple of years that I found an online community that does a Johnny Thunder Thursday post every Thursday. And so that really gets me like, ooh, I want to collect this. I want to rebuild this. But I love collaborations, so when someone has a challenge or something going on, I'm like, oh, I've never tried that. I want to try that. So that's a little bit of Friendship Timber, is building something in a Friends theme, which is not something I normally do, but I'm enjoying. So we'll see what the next challenge comes up. Maybe there's holiday stuff.
Holiday stuff, yes. Yeah, I mean, you've got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas before you know it, and then New Year stuff. What would you say is your favorite thing that you would, like, if you had unlimited pieces, unlimited time, what would be the thing that you would build? An adventurer's themed, I'm sure, but what would you like to build?
I would enjoy that. I really love cities, so if there was space to do full-on skyscrapers and all these scenes and detailed things, that would probably be where I would drop some money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have most of the modulars right now, but it would be fun to have like a full-on city with everything going on. I love conventions because then you get all the train guys coming together.
Yeah.
And they're huge layouts.
Yes.
So, I've done train lugs before, and I would probably want to get plugged in with that. So.
Yeah. Well, and Texas Brick Railroad has, I don't have anybody to interview today because they're all shy, but they've got a massive layout again. I think it got bigger this year than it did last year here.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous, and they've added the wind turbines this year, and it's just, there's like 7 or 8 of them. It's just crazy. The Vestas wind turbines, for those of you that aren't familiar. So do you have obviously adventurers? Is that your go-to? Like if I'm going to ask you, what was your favorite theme? What was your favorite set? Is it going to be adventurers?
I break it down. I'm not sure how some people do it with childhood favorites and then maybe more like adult fan favorites.
So let's start at childhood.
Childhood, it's really close tie between that and then Western sets.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I had Fort Legoredo.
Yeah.
Maybe even like Aquazone kind of Aquanauts kind of stuff. But a lot of the adventurous things. And I found that those ones were mostly ones I actually played with. So I did Johnny Thunder actually playing throughout my parents' house, doing adventures, use them like action figures.
Of course. That's what they're meant for.
Yeah, they're toys.
They're still toys to this
so
day.
when I see them now, I'm like, oh yeah, that can be a cool model display. But I'm like, I want to go play. I want to go like do something. So the Scorpion Tracker that Johnny Thunder was in, that was my go-to car, and that's what we drove around the house.
It spent many miles in the house.
Yes. Broke down, had it repaired. It's good.
Infested with snakes, scorpions, everything, mummies, all this stuff. What about as an adult?
It's probably going to be the Ideas theme. It's kind of an easy catch-all, but there's some amazing models in there. So,
well, it's funny you mentioned Ideas because I was just talking to somebody not long ago, a couple hours ago, about how the models have just been getting crazier and crazier, larger, but like the Starry Night for a just something that you could hang or whatever. It's just incredible. And then you've got the stuff that actually physically works, like typewriter and that kind of stuff. You're like, how is that even a thing? And they just make it happen. It's
like the ship in the bottle is a great like mantelpiece. It just looks so good.
It's crazy.
I know the bouquet flowers aren't quite Ideas, but having those in the house, people don't realize, oh, that's Lego.
Well, you're right. And I've had a number of people, because I have one in my office at the school, and it's something. Every time somebody comes in, it's like, that's not real. No, it's plastic.
Yeah,
it's Lego bricks. That's crazy. Oh my god! And we were selling one of our houses a while ago, and the realtor was walking in there, and they were taking pictures with the photographer and stuff, and they thought it was real. And I said, no, go ahead and touch it. And they're like, oh my god, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's hilarious.
Well, that's cool. Do you have any plans on attending any other shows? I mean, there's obviously big shows. I don't know what they had up in Portland.
Bricks Cascade is the big one up there.
Yeah. Okay.
Usually happens the first part of the year in March or so. Now that we're central U.S., it might be easier to get to some of the other shows. So Brick World Chicago is on my list.
Yeah.
We'll see if I make it to the East Coast as far as Virginia, those kind of other shows.
Yeah.
We'll see with timing-wise. Of course, I'm going to have to do rodeo next year.
Well, of course. It's in the back. Well, it's kind of in the backyard, but it's close enough. Yeah, it's a few hours away. So I got to ask this. Some people, you've got a ring on. I'm assuming you got a significant other.
I do.
How does your significant other take into account your Lego? I know how mine does. My wife is very much like, oh my God, it's just too much. You need to do something with it. I am doing something with it, building it and doing stuff with it.
My wife loves it. It's more of my hobby than hers.
Yeah.
I think I'm more conscious of being careful with how much Lego's around the house. She has never said, hey, don't have that out here. But we have sunflowers or bouquets around the house.
Sure.
We have a dedicated Lego loft and Lego room that all my stuff is in.
Yeah.
But she really enjoys that. All the kids love it. It's something to do that's not electronics.
Yes.
Something that the kids can go
screen time go away.
Yeah, because we don't do that all day. So it's a great outlet. She enjoys it. It's just not something she would probably do on her own.
Right.
But she actually did build a mosaic that's here.
Okay.
And small other little couple things. So I was like, hey, this is a free event. Everyone can build something.
Yeah.
Let's all do it. So my 3 kids have each built something here also.
Okay.
So it's a whole family event.
I think I saw them over there when you weren't there this morning.
Yep.
I knew they were somebody's kids.
They probably were mine. Yeah, they have since left at the moment, but they're in the pool. But they're hanging out.
Yeah. Well, you had mentioned your wife with it's just a small mosaic, but that's how it starts.
Mm-hmm.
And then it becomes, you know what, I want to do something bigger. I want to do something even bigger. And before you know it, you have a 6-foot by 4-foot mosaic.
Well, I'll say we do have one in the works. It's more like it's a dream stage right now.
Yeah.
But she really enjoys mosaics, so we have an idea of one. I've never done a large one. I really need to talk to Kate about how to do a large mosaic.
Yeah,
especially
she is the
backing
go-to.
them and hanging them. I'm like, I know how to design it, but how do you make it stay together?
Yeah.
We have one in idea.
And it's funny because when people say mosaics, she's like the person in it. Well, Kate, Brick Hunters? Yeah.
Exactly.
Kate, Kate is like the go-to to figure it out. And she had a really cool one, a brick rodeo that they had. Her and TK Bricks did.
Yep.
Okay. So with that said, I appreciate you coming on and chatting.
Thank you.
And I mean, you and I live like 20 minutes apart now. We just found this out.
I know, this is kind of cool.
It's crazy. So hopefully I run into you at other events. Definitely will in Texas, but even national events and stuff like that. And who knows, we'll get together and do Lego building sometime with the kids, because kids love Lego. And
absolutely.
Adults love it more. But
and I will say that this show, Bricks Clean, it's free.
It is
free to show up for public, free for us attendees to bring mocks to.
Yeah.
That is the second year of it.
It is second year.
I'm pretty impressed with the venue. This is
well,
pretty
and
cool.
it is doubled in size this year. Last year it was about half the size of the venue.
Okay.
Because it was new,
Mm-hmm.
but the city of Killeen putting this on is crazy.
I would say it's beautiful. If you're in the area, please check it out.
Yeah. So next September, they're planning on it again.
Mm-hmm.
Next September, third weekend, second weekend, however it falls in the calendar. But I know they're going to do it next year. I expect it to be even bigger. I think she said that Deanna said that there were like 60 displayers, I think,
Okay.
that are here today, something like that. I only expect it to get bigger, and it's going to get more traction. She had mentioned that the city was promoting it on all their social medias and all that, the tourist bureau or whatever it is for the city. So really, really cool stuff. So again, thanks for coming on. Before we get out of here, you do have an Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I need to shout it out. What is it?
My Instagram is Brett Lego.
Okay.
So
Brett Lego.
you can look me up.
That's easy
on
enough.
Instagram.
It doesn't have dots and dashes in it or
There's
underscores.
nothing in it. It's just Brett Lego right there.
That's easy. Awesome. Well, Brett, again, thanks for coming on. And guys, check him out. Make sure you say hey. And
thanks for having me.
We'll meet again in the future.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Well, that'll wrap up this show. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode here with Brett and hearing all his goodness that he is doing, that is going on, and all the things. So we do have a few more interviews that I am going to be pumping out here. The Lego Master Show is going to be tailed not far behind this, and then the interviews as well for the two that eventually get kicked off on the latest episode. I will encourage you to remember that if there are spoilers, I will let you know ahead of time, like, spoiler alert, this is who is going home. Just make sure that you heed to that, because I try to keep the numbers specific so that if you haven't seen it yet, you know that it is going to be in this block, so you don't say, oh crap, I totally heard it and now it ruined the show. Before I do get out of here, though, I do want to say one thing. I have great appreciation for the Lego Group for inviting me to New York City and being able to take part in the Ninjago premiering, whatever you want to call it, a Lego Group with IMDb. What they are doing is they are going to be putting on this big Ninjago event from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. If you live in New York City, I would absolutely love for you to, come up and say, hey, on the street or whatever. I'm going to be following around the street team. Hopefully at some point, I've got to find them first. We have an idea of where we're going to be with them. But anyway, but the event itself, it is open to the public. Actually, you can go on and register. You have to find somebody. You got to register. You got to get in there and see. They're premiering the next 3 episodes of Crystallized, which I know it's been released in different parts of the world, but it would be so cool to have a private theater and be able to watch the 3 episodes. All kinds of different things that are going on inside, but my goodness, I can't wait to take part. I'm a giant Ninjago buff, and I'm also going to be there with many other Ninjago buffs. The TTV channel on YouTube, they are going to be there. Braden, who we had on Ninja Whip before, Braden's going to be there. We're going to run into each other, hang out, do the Ninjago thing, and then go have some dinner after, because, that's the best thing to do. So, again, if you live in New York City, this Sunday, October 9th, I will be there. Hit me up on social media. Let me know, hey, I live right so-and-so. I don't know my way around New York City. I absolutely do not. I am going to trust the Uber drivers, cab drivers, whoever, to help me get around and find my way eventually back to the hotel and airport. So anyway, that is going to wrap up this episode. I hope you guys are doing well and enjoy the next few episodes coming your way. Until we meet again, I'm your minifig ghost, Matt. Let's build on it.